you again. What are the main reasons that students leave the universities? In the first semester, maybe some students, I saw them. They leave the college. They left the college in the sixth semester. Yeah, I think that's the senior semesters, both sixth and seventh and eighth semester. That's the senior semesters that they left. I can show the name them. What are the reasons? What are the problems they leave the universities?
Okay, so I'm going to ask you first to tell me what you've observed, and Abu to join in. So go ahead, you share with us what you've observed first. Sayed, you first.
I prepared 10 tips for these questions. This is my favorite questions, and every aspect of these 10 tips need more studies and need more search to make students and aware them about these 10 tips. They should totally and completely think about these 10 tips. If they didn't think about these 10 tips, maybe they lose and they have to leave the university and they have to leave the school. This is a really gorgeous tips. The first one is time. Time is the thing that we can't get back, that we can't reach back. If we waste our time, and maybe I saw my friends and I saw my classmates, they go to parks and they go to the picnics and they, for example, they involve in relationship issues, yeah. And this is reasons that they waste the times, and they didn't think about the time, and that is the reason why they leave the universities. We were 127 students in our classroom in the beginning of the university, but we graduated 41, just 41.
How many started out?
Yeah, 127.
Wow, that is dropping out a lot.
A lot of students. We lose a lot of students.
Right.
I searched about this. Why they left the university? What was the problem? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was the main problem was that they didn't think about the time. And they didn't think about this, how I can do work. For example, when the teacher gave the projects to us, they didn't think about this when they come to the class and teacher told them, what is your project? Yeah, please give your projects. He told, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh, I haven't done my project. And many times they lose many marks. This is one point. And the second point, the second significant point, self-confidence.
Is what?
Self-confidence.
Oh, right.
Confidence, yeah.
Yep.
That was important for me. When I came to university, and in my first semester, I couldn't stand in the front of my classmates, and in front of the other audience. When I go to the stage and I look at the audience, I lose my pressure and my stress. I lose my confidence, and under the pressure, under the stress, yeah, shaking. Mm-hmm. I have some motivation, but I couldn't share with my classmates.
Right.
The problem was that I didn't have self-confidence.
Yep, that's a big problem.
And then, yeah, I had this problem until 5 semesters. Yeah, I had this problem, and I think I should fix this. I tried, and I pledged with myself I should done and I should complete and increase my self-confidence in learning. And I got many sources and I got many many ideas and thoughts from my friends, from my teachers, how I can increase my self-confidence. I got 25 ways that how I can increase my self-confidence.
Wow.
I'll
Did you
share
need,
with you.
did you need all 25? Did you need them all?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was very important for me. For example, if 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 I increase my self-confidence first, I should believe on myself. Yeah, I should
Yeah,
believe on my. This is
that's
one
right.
thing. 25 more, 24 more. Everyone is important, and I plan to share this. I searched about this 25. Everyone is significant and important for those students. They would like to go and get a higher education and work with other people, and how can they talk to other people in front of the other people. This is I worked and I searched more about this, how a student can talk in front of the audience, and how a student can learn without shaking.
Right.
This, yeah,
Yeah. That, believe it or not, it's standing up and speaking in front of people is the most common fear among everybody.
yeah. And that need practice, that need hard work and hard every
Yeah.
day. A student should record the voice and look at the mirror and talk more with ourselves, and that is the way that can increase the self-confidence.
Right.
And I told,
And speaking with people and speaking in front of people,
yeah, speaking with people,
even little short things, and
yeah,
so that you become used to it.
I got many ways, especially if a student would like to increase the self-confidence, the student should take the class, proper teaching. Yeah, no, not a problem. Basic teaching class. Yeah, that can make a person to increase the self-confidence. And another one is to follow online classes. This is another one, and I would like to share you and Sabrina, and I would like to post on the Facebook page on this 25 steps. I think this maybe some students should follow this, and I'll share this
Well,
post with students and on my Facebook page.
I think that would be a very good course
Yeah,
for you to, start teaching. Because,
yeah,
like I said, it's the most common fear that people have.
yeah,
And it's too bad, because when people decide that the fear is too uncomfortable and they stop, it's too bad for them.
yeah. And the third one,
Yeah.
yeah. The first one was a time, and the second one is self-confidence, and the third one, if you would like to stay in the studying, you should have good classmates. Yeah, you should make friends, good classmates, not from bad friends, but classmates. If you would like to leave the university, follow negative classmates. If you would like to go,
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you're not the first position, yeah, I'm sorry.
when we
If you're not
associate,
class,
go ahead.
if you're not,
Yeah, negative people drag us down.
yeah.
Yep.
If you're not position in the class, I think that's better. Just find connection in relationship with the first position. Not a problem.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
hang
If you're
out
the second
with,
position or third position, just
hang out with people that succeed.
connection with the first position. Yeah.
And you don't have to be the first.
Yeah.
It's okay to be the 10th, as long as you're succeeding.
That's good. Fine. If you're in the first position and maybe you don't, you can't do more projects and more. You can't work on other skills. For example, I was studying in. I'm sorry. I studied English literature, and I was the fifth and sixth position in my class. And inside of this, I've completed my network course completely. Yeah, network faculty in yeah. This
Good.
I got money in
Wow.
network. Yeah, yeah, and also English teaching. Yeah, I have students. If I was first position in my university, maybe I didn't have time to teach students. Just focus on chapters and just trying to get best marks. But I don't have best marks like a first position, but the first position need me when he faced a problem in technology, he called me, said, help me.
That's right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, first, second, third, it ultimately what matters is that you know how to succeed. That's the important thing.
Yeah, and the fourth one, if a student don't want to leave university, he has to start a new thing. Start a new thing. For example, if you're in the university, try to start a new project, a new skill, work on a new skill. Just don't focus fully on your studies. If you are the first position in the class, maybe you don't have time, maybe you don't get the time to work on other skills, to work on other projects, to work with other, and you can't find good friends because you don't have time to talk with friends, to stay with family, to stay with other people. For example, if I worked just and focused on my first position degree, maybe I didn't find you, Abu and Sabrina and some others.
Right. And research on this subject demonstrates over and over and over again that successful students, but not the top ones, are the most successful in life. In other words, the people that, that did well and gave themselves time to pursue interests and to make friends and to learn how to network and to work with others. Those are the people that go forth and they succeed generally in life. And often the people that, were the top student, they didn't give themselves time to, do a full experience at university. So the whole experience is really crucial, not so much that you're the first one in grades. So Abu,
Yeah, that's perfect.
you have a bachelor's degree, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what was your bachelor's degree in?
I was graduated in British literature.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, I really enjoyed that because it was a special moment. Yes.
So what are you wanting to study for a master's degree?
I did choose the same thing. I'm following the British literature and civilization for my master.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So
yes, but the selection was not easy for us. We were about 1,000, and they said they will only choose 50 people. Yes, it was very difficult, and most of the students were not chosen, and it was something sad for the people that I knew for so long, and they were not able to do their master in the university, so they have to pay for their master. This was something terrible and difficult to experience.
yeah, no kidding. So were you one of the 50?
Yes, I was chosen. Yes.
Wow, awesome. So who succeeds and who doesn't succeed at university, and what it takes, what you have to do to succeed. And Sayed gave us 3 main points, although he has 25 all told. So the 3 main ones were, go ahead, tell us again, Sayed.
Time,
What were they?
Time,
Time,
self-confidence, and good friend.
self-confidence. And what was the third one?
I think it was good having good friends.
Having good friends.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so now Abu is telling us that he got a bachelor's degree in British literature, and he's working on a master's in British culture and literature. Did I get that
Wow.
right? Did I get that right, Abu?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So in your experience, what are the things that help people to succeed in reaching their educational goals?
Yes, I think it really depends on the people. There are some who want to succeed in their life. So whatever you will say to them, they just keep focusing in their study. They have also those who let them know that you the only thing that you can do in your life is to study. For example, in my country, most of the students, they want to study, but the problem is sometimes they don't have the means to pay their study. They left school, and there are those who are taking the boat to try to immigrate. Yes, reason why I try to be, I am trying to do my best to succeed here. Even I try to go abroad, but I didn't succeed yet, but I will keep it up.
Yeah, that's a piece of success is, things happen and you got to come back and keep doing it. You need perseverance to get to the end. So you're absolutely right. And most of the time, people who, keep working on something and who are persistent get to where they want to get. Might take longer. I mean, I decided when I was a student that I wanted to get a doctorate. And it took me 3 tries because things happened to my teachers as well as to me that meant that, okay, I had to start again. And then something happened again. And I had to start the 3rd time. And finally, I did it, and I'm very glad that I did it. But yeah, persistence is very important.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
So
I have something to share with you guys. If you can allow me to share my screen. So as every time at the end of the month, we gather to speak about a topic. We choose a subject or a topic and we speak about it. And this event is entitled the Festival of March. For this event, we have decided to how and talk about an important thing, I think. It is how to set a goal and achieve it. And the second part, we will be talking about how to plan a graduation, even if when we are only a couple of weeks or a couple of months ahead from the graduation. So I wish to invite you to watch a video first, and then we will discuss it and we will show you some tips and hints about how to achieve a goal and how to make a dream come true. Let's go and watch the video.
Hey, what's up, party people? It's Marie Forleo, and welcome to another episode of Marie TV and the Marie Forleo podcast. So today I want to talk about how to achieve your goals, and specifically 3 science-backed steps to help you achieve your goals, so that once we get past all this new year, new you hoopla, you've actually got some solid practices in place to help yourself stay on track. Why? Because here's the truth. The stats around making lasting change from New Year's resolutions are pretty dismal. In fact, one study by the Journal of Clinical Psychology showed that about 54% of folks who make a resolution fail to keep it up past 6 months. And then guess what? Most people make the same damn resolutions 10 times without success. That's sad, isn't it? That's super sad. So to combat those odds, here are 3 simple and science-backed strategies to help you achieve your goals more consistently. So this first one is pretty simple, but I gotta say, hardly anybody does it. So strategy number 1 is this. You wanna write it down, and write it down daily. So Dr. Gail Matthews, who's a professor of psychology at the Dominican University of California, she did this amazing study on goal setting, right? And she discovered this, that we human beings are actually 42% more likely to achieve our goals if we simply write them down. Look, I know y'all, I know this sounds basic, but people still don't have their top goals written down. And I got to tell you, they certainly don't look at them every day. So here's what I do. This is my own personal practice.
Yes.
Whatever my top goals are for the moment, I actually write each one of them down. I do this every day, and I write them down at least 15 times. This is exactly what I did when it came to my book, Everything is Figure Outable. I literally wrote, I am a #1 New York Times bestseller 15 times a day, every single day for 18 months. Now, you can say what you want about that, whether it's voodoo. I think it's all about focus. So if you think I'm nuts, I'm fine with that. Most people do. But once I did this every single day, it helped me keep my top focus top of mind, right? So you can do this too. And if you're truly serious about achieving your goals this year, please make sure that you actually write them down. And I would encourage you to write them down daily. So strategy number 2 is this. You want to schedule the time and the place that you're going to take action, and have a backup plan. So check this out, y'all. Dr. Heidi Grant Halverson, who's a social psychologist who actually studies goal setting and motivation, found this. Deciding in advance where and when you're going to take specific actions to reach your goal can actually double or triple your chances for success. Did you hear that? You can double or triple your chances for success in achieving your goals. I don't know about you, but I like those odds, don't you? Now, one of the things I've shared with my B-Schoolers for years is this. If it's not scheduled, it's not real. So I need you to make sure that you schedule time in your calendar to take action towards your goals, and also include where you're going to do it. So for example, let's say it's a workout, right? Schedule the time you're actually going to work out, plus put in the place. Are you going to do it at the gym? You're going to do it in your living room? You're going to do it in your local park? Doesn't matter. Just put it down. And if you really want to dial up your chances for success, do this. Make a contingency plan too. What does that mean? It means you actually think ahead and you plan for problems or setbacks that you already know could throw you off track, and then you solve for them in advance. And finally, strategy number 3 is this. Send updates to a friend. So check this one out. The American Society of Training and Development did this study, right? And they found that you actually have a 65% chance of completing a goal if you commit to someone. And then check this out. If you actually have a specific accountability appointment with another person, this can actually increase your chances of success by up to 95%. You guys, 95 freaking percent. I think that's amazing. That is like real good. And look, you don't have to make this complicated, right? For example, you can actually just set a standing date with your friend that every Thursday, y'all are going to send each other an email or a text with a status update by, I don't know, 5 p.m., something like that. Boom, done. You just jacked up your odds of success by 95%. And with that, you've now got 3 science-backed strategies to help you achieve your goals in the new year and beyond. And if you want even more help bringing your dreams to life, can you do me a favor? Can you just get this book? It's called Everything is Figure Outable. And don't just read the book, y'all. Do the book. I promise you on my life that if you actually do the work in this book, it will change your life, guaranteed. Now,
Well, I hope the video was helpful. When I watched it, I thought that those 3 strategies, and I'm sure that you, Rosemary, and the team were speaking at least about 2 of them, 2 out of 3 of them. And if we can summarize the strategies, Laurel, can you tell us briefly what are the 3 strategies we heard about in the video?
I like to write things down
Uh-huh.
because then I can remember them. So what I wrote down was deciding in advance where and when you are going to achieve your goals, and writing it down on a calendar or something is really important. And then doing it with a friend is even more likely that you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, those are the 2 things. And whether it's a business goal or a personal goal, both of them need to be written down, because if I don't write it down, it's not going to happen. You know, very likely. And so I had a friend who wanted to go to the gym today, and she said to me, okay, I'll call you right after my doctor's appointment. And she never called. So I didn't go to the gym.
Yes,
I decided to work instead, right? But I knew my contingency plan is that my husband is going to go with me tonight. So I'd rather go with him because it's more important to go with him to go with her in some ways. So yeah, you need to say, okay, if I don't do it now, I'll do it later. And what I do is I move the task from one day to the next if I don't finish it the first day. So I keep moving it, moving it, moving it. It's better than not having it at all.
Yes, true. So the strategies, or 2 more strategies, are written here down in this pen card that we are having in the screenshot. If it is not too small, Rosemary, and if you can see this, would you like to read it for us, or is it too small? Should I?
I can read it, but I'll read one and then people can take turns and read other ones. So the first one was write down your goal. We hadn't talked about that, interestingly. Use your hope, and it's true, it helps. Use your hope and strength to envision something that links with your interests and values, referred to as a self-concordant goal.
Thank you. Do you want to add something, Rosemary, about this? Like extended explanation, or?
Well, I think it's pretty simple and pretty obvious for me too.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm in the middle of a day, if I've got it written down on my calendar and I double check, I'll go, oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to do it at that time.
Yes.
So it's definitely helpful.
Absolutely. Maybe we can just say what ways do we use to keep the notes. Some people use their watch, some people use their computer calendar, some people use, it depends most of the time to through what you are connected. Are you connected through your computer, or yes. So for Rosemary, it's her phone. I usually use post-it, like small things like that, and I do on my notebook because I am moving Sayed. Okay, so Laurel is using her phone. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Sayed and Abu.
I color coordinate.
Yes, true. So Sayed and Abu, what do you use for writing down your notes?
Yes, me personally, I use a kind of notebook that I write down.
Okay.
That I use to write down.
Okay. And you, Sayed?
I use my computer sticky note. Yeah, this is
Yes.
This is in smartphone. Document.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what, guys, on the screen of the computer, I didn't know, but while I was doing my research, I learned about it. There are also post-it things like square where you can, it's virtual, but it works as on a notebook, so you can open them and they are there on your desktop everywhere. You can choose colors, you can choose shapes, and it helps because it's visual, especially for people who are visual and on the screen of their computer. It can help to remember what they have to do the next hour or the next day or whatever. So you can use. Yes.
There is also something that Google has. So Google Calendar is on my phone and it's synced to my computer. So if I write something on my phone, it goes to my computer and vice versa, if it's synced. The other thing you can use is Google Tasks. So if you have something that you need to do, if you have that task open, then you can see it. And then the third thing is there's Google Keep. So Google Keep is like a little notepad on your phone. I think it's also on your computer too, and you could just keep things in there that you need.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well, that's very good to know. Yes, Google have a lot of features, all the ones that you have mentioned, Laurel, and many others that we can use for to keep our notes and to set our goals. So this was about how to write down our goals. We go to the second tip. Sayed, could you read it, please?
Second one, make the goal SMART. Use this acronym to remember to make your goal specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Use your prudence, strength to plan it out the SMART way.
Yeah, what does it mean, Sayed? Did you have the experience of setting up SMART goals or not? And then you noticed that it should be smarter. Can you tell us something about this tip?
I got a message from this second tip. If you select a goal, you should think and you should select a specific goal. Yeah, for example, a goal that you have some eagerness and some love in a part of this. I think this is the main of this point. If you don't like something and you select, I think that's not a SMART goal.
Yes, what I can say about this as a teacher of English, because usually when I have the first lesson with my student, I ask them about their goals so that I can know what to achieve with them. And I usually say to them, of course, you have to be a big dreamer, but you need sometimes to stick to reality in setting up the goal. So some people comment, say, how many months do I know to go from A1 to C1? And I always answer, it doesn't work like it's not the same to everyone. It depends on how smart learning is it and how smart the goal is. So you need, because we need to work on the length and the persistence and not on doing a lot in one day or 1 week and then becoming tired because we couldn't achieve the big goal that we set up, and then we give up. This is not the aim neither of the teacher nor of the student. We need to learn in a smart way and to go further. So I think that this is a good example for this.
Can I give an example, Sabrina? I have an example if you want it.
I think she's frozen. Go ahead.
I think so too. So specific, in 3 months, I want to speak about my job, measurable, without getting for 5 minutes, achievable, without getting stuck for more than 10 seconds, relevant. So this was somebody's example of their goal. So in 3 months, I want to speak about my job for 5 minutes without getting stuck for more than 10 seconds. So every day I'm going to get a little bit closer to that goal.
That's certainly measurable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And very specific.
Yeah. And it doesn't say what I'm going to do every day. It just says in 3 months. So then
Right.
you have to be more specific about what you're going to do every week to get to that 3 month time. Right. So you have the ability to do that. If this is your goal, then how do you measure it?
Right.
I'm not great at this either, but I'm working on it.
There's a lot of people who aren't really excited about anything. And they have a hard time deciding on any goal.
Mhm.
We're going
Well, I
through
think a
that
lot of
now with
people
my-
aren't realistic with their goals either.
Right,
If somebody
that's
calls
true.
me up and they say, I want to learn English, I'm like, okay, what do you want to learn it for? How much do you know now? How do you want to do it? You know, what materials do you have? What are your future goals? I mean, I have to know all those things before I even start working with them.
Right.
And so if they say, oh, how many classes do I need? I can't tell them.
No.
How many classes do you need? But I can tell them, you know, if you work with me, you will improve.
Right. And it's really heartening when you're working with students and you see them, how they
Yes,
improve. It's really great.
yes, yes.
And I've certainly enjoyed that with Living Peace now.
Yeah, for
That
sure. All
Everybody
the ways
that,
that you're affecting people's lives.
everybody that, you know, we've managed to work with consistently, we can hear them improving.
Right,
And
right.
it's wonderful.
It
It's
is.
very rewarding for
Mhm,
everybody.
mhm. Yeah. And I think there's many different methods for helping people. So the more that I get into all the social media stuff, the more I realize maybe I learn better here than I do there. And I need to give both people, you know, the opportunity to do this and that. And
Right.
you don't want to stretch yourself too thin, but then again, you also don't want to limit yourself to one way.
Right. So Sabrina, we lost your screen when we lost you. So
Yes, I am
we-
back. Yes,
Good.
Yay.
So we're ready to carry on with point number 3.
So the third point was to follow up with emails or with some commit to someone, because this thing while waiting for my Wi-Fi to come back, we are going to do it like without screen, but we can talk about it.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that we all have as yes. So as Laurel said earlier, she says she got the experience that she had to go to the gym with someone, and because this person didn't, like, she didn't go to the gym, Laurel couldn't go also. So actually it's a two-way thing, because we need also, I want to focus, commit to someone who respect the commitment, and someone who you think together you can achieve something. So someone you trust, and someone who is a hard worker. Commit to them to do things together, because when you have a meeting or when you have a commitment with someone, it enhances your chances of achieving your goal. And also following up by email, because it's a reminder. When you send an email, you can have you can talk about many things. Unless you take notes or you follow up with emails, you may forget what you have been setting up as goals. So following up with emails is important. I would like to ask you if you have experienced like setting goals, how following up with emails or committing to someone helped you, or not, achieving your goals. Who has experienced this, and what do you think about it? What do you think about this point?
Sayed.
I would like to put some information about this. Me and Dr. Rasmali, we are working on a goal for me. For many times, we are sending emails together to select best goal for myself, for my next studies. I plan to go for my next studies, and I'm talking with my professors, and especially Dr. Rasmali, and I'm trying to get some suggestions from her about this. And this is my experience about suggestions, and I put this point in my 10 tips. Find the best professor to give best suggestions for you, Dr. Rasmali.
And
Well, thank you.
I think you also have had some experiences with your classmates, right?
Yeah.
Sort of checking in with them and helping each other.
Makes a big difference.
Yes.
So-
While I was graduating, I remember that I had to work for my second graduation. So I have to. We had the option of doing dissertation alone or with someone. And I can tell you guys that choosing someone by my side and doing this with a partner helped me a lot achieve this goal. And I think that without her, I could have achieved it, but in a longer time, and maybe it would take me more than 2 years. So I think that also when you commit with someone to do something, it really helps because you help each other and you support each other. This was my personal experience that I am sharing with you concerning my graduation.
It's also true with Living Peace Now. If we didn't have a team, it would be a lot harder to make things happen. So,
Of course.
your assistants, Sabrina, and Abu's assistants, and Laurel's assistants, and Sayed's assistants have all been extremely helpful.
Well, thank
in
you for the acknowledgement.
putting
Rose.
more energy.
Thank you.
Yes, true. And the thing in LP now also, apart from the teamwork, is the diversity of the teamwork. As we see that apart from the different skills that everyone has, like from what I see, LP now allowed me to meet Laurel, to meet Abu, to meet Sayed, and everyone is, as you said, a special energy, and they come with their skills, with their different cultural and social background and knowledge. And together, yes, I totally agree that this is so true, Rosemary. Thank you for the example.
And Lena, just not to
Of
leave her
course,
out.
and Lena, yeah, that's Lena is a pillar.
Yes, and it's been awesome to be a part of that and
Yes.
to see how everybody's initiative and everybody's insights add so much.
Yeah, true. Yes. So, I think that we need to watch and read, and as the woman in the video was saying, every day remind ourselves, because it's about ourselves also. Remind ourselves those goals and set every day, set it again and again and again, and say yourself that yes, we are going to do it, we can do it, we can achieve it. Do you want to add something about this topic, or we move to the second one?
I think we're going to the fourth one, aren't we? I don't know, whichever one is next.
Like we have been doing 4 ones. The first one was the 2 last ones was committing to someone who would help us achieve a goal, and the 4th one was following up with emails, because this would help remind and remind us the goals that we have spoken about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do we have
Staying
to add
in touch
something?
helps.
Yes,
Just
staying in touch helps.
Communication is really valuable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay, so I think.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say staying organized. It's, getting everything, making sure that you have time on your schedule to do what you want to do.
Yes, that's very important to stay organized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And using the time that you can in between to, follow up with things. There's so many loose ends, and if you don't continue to make those, tighten those up, then you'll have 5 things that you haven't half done.
Right.
So you need to make sure you finish one task and then the other and the other. And so, yeah, it's really important to do that.
And I find that it's a real skill when I'm supposed to deliver something at a certain time to have it completed well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just usually 1 10-minute little thing, you know, it extends over a week or more. And I'm responsible.
Right. When you
So
take
that's-
ownership for it and you say, this is my thing, I'm going to do it right, then it makes it so much better. Even if you don't get the response you wanted right away, you're still going to have, you know, people come to you and say, oh, thank you for that, you know, and so it's all a growth process for everybody.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the fifth one, wasn't there a fifth?
Fifth one, I see the ones that we have spoken about, and I don't see like in my PAN card the fifth one. The one that was on my computer is a different one, and here those are the most important that I got.
Okay. Yeah, those are all really important. And I find it interesting that we've been talking about our goals, but we've also been talking about our life and
Yeah.
our productivity and our teamwork.
Yes.
So it all goes together.
Yes, true. So I was thinking if you don't mind to speak about the second point that we planned for today for this event, and it is about graduation, how to plan it, and how to plan a ceremony. And above all of it, at the end, we are going to congratulate Sayed Nabi for his graduation, and we are going to speak about our graduation experience or any goal achievement experience this year that we want to share with peacemakers. At the end, for those who would like to attend, I would like also to show you a small cake that we bought for Sayed, and we will light a candle, and we will, if possible, sing him something. If not, we are going to wish him things. And I wish we could be together with him today and with all those people, all of us who achieved something, but because we are in different countries, so we are going to do it like that and beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yes. So, Sayed, I would like to start with you and ask you, how much time did you have to plan your did you have a ceremony for your graduation or not yet?
Yeah, we've done our ceremony, our celebration in last week with our classmates.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was really fantastic, and I'll share some more videos with you in Elfinal groups, Elfinal WhatsApp group. And I share some experiences with Abu and Dr. Razmali, and I have some more. And if you would like, I'll share in the next meeting.
You have photos and videos you can share with us now?
Right now?
Or later?
Yeah, I can't share.
All right, why not? Yes. So while you are sharing, I would like to ask you, how much time did you have to plan the ceremony? In how much time did you plan it?
I didn't get it.
Like, in how much time did you plan this? How much time did you get to plan it?
how much time I get for my ceremony in Afghanistan here?
Yes.
Well,
I think it was 2 hours.
the ceremony was actually presented by the university, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and you participated. You didn't have to create it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Rosemary, could you allow me to share my screen to show people what is necessary to do in
Yep.
different grades and like periods of time?
Yep,
Thank you, Rosemary. So
you're already co-host.
I'm co-host. Okay, let me try now. Okay. Photos. So can you see the
Oh, yes. Yes.
all right. So
Yeah.
this is great party checklist, and I wanted to share this with you guys because some friends of mine and some people, they sometimes suffer from like they don't have enough time to plan. Some people have 3 weeks, 8 weeks, but other people, they have days only. So this is like just a sample of what we can do according to the time, how much time we have to plan the party. And this is a
Wow.
checklist. Who would like, yes, who would like to read from the checklist?
Holy cow, I can't imagine. I mean, you plan a wedding this much before time and it's this complicated.
Yeah, because some people, they are so, for some people, it's so important, this graduation, that they plan for it like months, like before.
Wow.
Yes, mine was like just like I was so busy doing the dissertation that I didn't have, it was
Yeah,
like 3 or
exactly.
4
That's
days.
been my experience whenever I graduate. It's like, okay, I made it. But I
Yes.
didn't have any extra time to plan anything else.
Yeah, me too. We are so under pressure of graduating that the ceremony is something auxiliary. But believe me, some people, their parents plan for it. In my country
Yeah,
of birth,
it's more like the
yeah.
family that might do
Yes.
this. Yeah.
They're
Wow.
so happy having.
That's
Yes.
a
So,
really good planning list for any kind of party,
so we
graduation
can,
or anything else.
yes, absolutely. We can go, we can read the one which is planned 3-4 months before, and the one that can be planned the day of the party, to see the difference. So, and then the checklist is here. People can access it, and I can also send it to them on Zoom, no problem. But just for the 3 months before, what can we do, Abu? Abu, I haven't heard you speaking. Can you read, please?
Yes, I can. 3 or 4 months before, create a budget.
We can create a budget.
Yes, or pick a day and time. Choose party theme.
Yeah.
Choose a location. Book the venue. Rent tent. Rent table, chairs. Book entertainment. Plan the menu. Order food if catered. Order desserts. Order or make invitation. Create guest list.
Well, thank you. What if, Abu, we have 1 day only for the party? What can we do? Can you read, please?
This is more like it.
Tidy up the home. Buy ice. Pick up food, cake, balloons. Prepare last-minute food. Chill beverages in colors. Final decor touches. Turn on music. Take pictures and enjoy.
Yes, that's it.
I like
As
that
simple
part.
as- Yes.
Like I said, a wedding.
The first one is so
typically
big.
would be, that long. But I've never planned anything else for that long.
Yes. According to your cultures and countries, what is the most important? I'm gonna tell you, for example, in my country, the day of the Viva, we need to go there a bit early and at least for the jury, like the scientific committee, to give them traditional Algerian cookies. That's a tradition. Like, it is very important to give this to them. Is there something similar in America or in Senegal or in Afghanistan?
Not in the US.
Not in the US.
It's all business in the US.
Okay. Yeah.
Any celebration is with family, but the committee isn't involved.
Okay. Uh-huh. I see. Yes, it is like that in some cultures. Food and drinks are like a must we always say, and there is a saying, we always say, we'd better give them this, because otherwise we won't have they will be in the mood of doing us well and not and being fair to us. But it's just a saying. Of course, this is not true.
There's
but
probably
still.
some truth in that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it would in some instances in the US, that would be considered bad to do that.
Yeah, that it's cultural.
Trying to influence the committee.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. Interesting how it's different. In my country, it's the opposite. When you don't offer, it's like considered to be bad also, because like you didn't. It's a lack of consideration for the scientific committee. It's all about cultural things.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Expectations.
Expectations.
What people need to do to.
Yes. Yes, true.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what is proper. All right. We go to the part where maybe for those who would like to share with us something about what they have achieved this year, and something if you'd like your graduation. But I think that for most of us, except for Abu and Sayed, graduation is years back. So maybe you would like to share something that you have achieved this year, a goal, or why not next year? It's like you are planning to achieve it. Rosemary, what is your
our big goal that we want
Yes.
one of our big goals that we want to achieve this year is to get back to Paris.
Okay.
It's been put off now for 2.5 years.
Yes, I know. And what are you doing on a daily basis to make this goal, to achieve this goal? Are you saying to yourself, I will go this year, I will go this year?
Yeah, I'm starting to, because I'm tired of putting it off.
Yeah. I think this year, the coronavirus obstacle is like just fine. I don't know, but I feel that people are really moving.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, I was planning to go to Montreal in June, and Biden, our president, just said that they were going to make testing requirements for people on international flights much harder, which is not the direction I was expecting them to go in.
Yes.
I mean, travel's hard enough already, without all these restrictions.
Yeah, exactly. And, the airlines have been totally disorganized. So,
well, they don't know what's coming up. You can't plan 3 months ahead if you don't know what's going to happen in 3 months.
That's true. So every trip that we've tried to take any place, that the flights have been so screwed up that,
Yeah,
you know, we've ended up not going. So
I know that a lot of travel planners will tell you, you know, you can take a virtual vacation. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I mean,
no,
I
that
love
would
talking
not
to
be a
people all over the
vacation,
world. It wouldn't be.
right?
Yeah. It's just,
It's become everyday life. So
yeah. So, well, I guess my goal, and I have to leave in 10 minutes to go teach, is to teach individual classes less and do more group classes. And so obviously I'm going to work with kids that need me through the school year, but this summer I would like to start group classes for you guys, for anybody online, for specific topics. And I'm moving in that direction. So that's exciting for me.
Thank you. Nice. Well, let me tell you about mine, then we can hear Abu. I am, since I started with LP now, I was in a different direction. So, by the way, I am also a teacher as you, Laurel. But with me starting with LP now, I am taking a course in planning everything around an organization. And I would like to, after this course, I expect that's my goal at the end of the year, to have enough knowledge to develop the LP now part in Asia, part of the world, and Turkey. I hope I can do this. That's what I am planning for. That's my goal.
great, great.
Yes.
So how about Abu and Sayed?
Yes, yes. My goal is to speak, for example, more than three language like English,
Yeah.
French, German, and Japanese. And
Wow.
Wow,
yes,
Wow.
I want.
impressive.
Yes, I want. Yes, I want to have. No, I want to speak all these language. Like Sabrina said, I want also LP now to be known in very known in here in Senegal. Yes, I'm also a student who are in elementary school.
Great, thank you.
Well, thank you. And
Yeah.
you, Sayed?
Yeah, my goal is that to support and teach students, especially orphan students in Afghanistan, orphan boy and girl students in Afghanistan, and also take some classes with LP now, and also try to get my master's degree. This is three important goals.
Three big ones, yeah, for
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
three, yeah,
Right,
and yeah, especially trying to focus more on that to teach my students and run my schools in Afghanistan and find some fund for my schools to run. And also, this is my biggest dream and biggest goal. Also, and the second one is to get my master's degree. And the third one is just my daily to take a class in Elfi now. Especially, I plan to take a class in the next month in writing section. I have some, yeah, my students required me this, and also I'll announce as soon as possible this class.
okay.
Well, so
Actually,
you
I
graduated your bachelor degree, right?
Yeah.
This graduation of yours
Right.
was bachelor.
yeah, I have another goal
Well,
for this year. I mean, besides LP Now, which is a big goal, I really want to make LP Now self-sufficient financially, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to keep going. And that's very, very important in my desires for LP Now, that it become an organization that has the means to grow and to keep working.
Well, for all those goals, for LP Now to grow and to be sustainable, and for all other goals that all here we have shared with each other, I would like you, and for, of course, the graduation of Sayed, I would like you to celebrate with us around this small cake and a candle. That's what we can do on Zoom. And to wish and to pray and to follow Rosemary in her prayer.
Yes, and so I'm envisioning all of us sending good energy to Sayed and receiving it from each other as we do that. And all of us moving ahead toward our goals for this year and feeling successful and joyful, and for our group to keep building our friendships and to add other new friendships as the year goes on.